podcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Cowboys -3 at home.
It's time for the exciting
line. It's 1.5. Some places it's gone as high as 2. So if you see it at 2, it opened at 3. Dallas, it's now 2 LA. Do you know how much money has to come in to move a spread 5 points? 5 points? Yes, Vegas anticipated a ton of Dallas money because they are, quote-unquote, America's team. And, yes, they're more heavily bet than any other team. But they called this one wrong. So they've had to make a major adjustment in this one. And I do believe smart money is moving the line. Bills and Steelers, the Sunday night game, major playoff implications. All right, they may be mostly wild card. Bills can still catch the Patriots. Unlikely, but not impossible. But both of those two teams are potential wild card teams. Either one could make it or either one could fade badly. Don't think it's going to happen to either one. Pittsburgh needs it a little bit more. They are at home. That's why they're a slight favorite in the game. Colts and Saints, also the Monday nighter. Another pretty good game. Both teams with playoff aspirations. So it's a good card. Good weekend of games. I'll help you break them all down. We had the winter meetings in baseball this week. Some major signings. Some stories breaking. We're going to have a baseball guest, one of our faves, Scotty Miller, join us about a couple of topics in baseball. We've got the President's Cup underway. All right, I know I'm a golf guy, and I don't know how many of you listeners out there are golf guys. I usually get pretty good response on Twitter when I talk about golf. Hopefully that stays the case because we are in the final day of the President's Cup, and the U.S. is trailing. They did make up ground late last night. They could have made up even more, but faltered. Couple of matches faltered late, ended up in ties. They entered today down 2 points with 12 singles matches. The first one is underway with the captain playing first. That would be Captain Tiger Woods, as a matter of fact, who played very well, but then decided to take yesterday off. And the team did not play badly, so I'm not second-guessing Tiger's decision not to play himself. But he's going to try and get him off on the right foot. I like when golf is on at night. It's just, I think, cool. So I'll keep an eye on the President's Cup for you, keep you updated. You help me out by hopping on my telephone lines. 855-212-4227. You know how this works. I'll go wherever you take me if your points are valid, if your questions are legitimate. I'm not going to force feed any particular sport down your throat. We got a whole bunch of them in play. You can pick or choose what you want. All you need to do is reach out and touch someone and make that someone me. 855-212-4227. Let's get this thing going. Saturday get-together. Jody Mack on CBS Sports Radio.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. But that didn't stop you, did it? You knew you could get arrested. You could incur huge legal expenses. And you could possibly even lose your job. You were well aware of the consequences of driving drunk. But one thing's for sure. You were wrong when you said it was no big deal. Drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
O'Reilly. Struggling with gift ideas? Who doesn't need more tools? Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get professional quality power torque tool sets on sale now starting at just $19.99. You can even order online and pick it up at your nearest O'Reilly store on your way home. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's. So thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 1122 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 1122. Enjoy.
We try to make healthy choices, but do you ever choose the air you breathe? Now you can with a complete indoor air quality package from Wave Home Solutions. Included is the Wave Smart Ventilation Unit with computerized sensor control and app to reduce moisture, mold, odors, and insect infestation from your basement or crawl space. It also expels harmful gases such as radon, carbon monoxide, and other pollutants. Addressing the worst air in your home will transform the entire house. Add the Wave 6-stage hospital-grade air purifier, the only one with HEPA filtration, 2 UV lamps, and other processes for a 99% kill rate of a broad range of pollutants and allergens. The Wave Indoor Air Quality Package will make your home a drier, cleaner, and healthier one all year round. It's time you choose the air you breathe. Choose Wave Home Solutions. Call 888-979-WAVE. That's 888-979-WAVE. Or visit dryhousenow.com. dryhousenow.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions. With the most advanced purification technologies, call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-973-WAVE or go to wavecleanwater.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances. Without using salt, well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-973-WAVE. 1-888-973-WAVE. Or go to wavecleanwater.com. That's wavecleanwater.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Joan London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. They've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad.
I was so glad that I called A Place for Mom. My advisor really listened and was truly my partner in finding senior care for my dad. She went out of her way to get to know him as a person and was always there whenever I had a question.
The senior living advisors at A Place for Mom partner with thousands of families every month, listening and offering local knowledge and advice to help find the best senior living communities across the country. And it's a free service. Here's the number.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-469-0286.
There's a place for answers, a place for mom. Call today.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-469-0286. That's 1-800-469-0286.
Here's Jody Mack. Hanging with you on CBS Sports Radio. Congratulations to the midshipmen of Navy who were easy winners over Army today in the Army-Navy Showdown, 31-7. Within the next couple hours, and now this is fine. I'll give ESPN credit. It was either last year or the year before. I've been watching the Heisman Trophy ceremony for years, before ESPN ever had it, way back when. But ESPN has been the home of the Heisman Trophy ceremony for years. And they've got it again tonight. They will name the Heisman Trophy winner sometime in the next 2+ hours. Now, I always thought it was humorous because they when you're watching ESPN during the day, you see Heisman Trophy Award, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever time they're going to put the show on. And that's not when they give out the Heisman Trophy. That's when the show begins. And they always give you the starting show time. And if the show starts at 8 o'clock and they're going to try and get it done in an hour, the Heisman Trophy is going to be given out at 8:55, okay? Sometimes it's later than that. Sometimes they just get carried away. Ceremonies go long, and it's their network, so they can do whatever they want with their time. And they'll go past the end of the hour, even though they try and fit it into an hour. It was either last year or the year before that they actually made the announcement at like 42 after the hour and gave the winner the time to talk and interview him afterwards and even get a reaction from the other guys. Usually they draw it out. It's all this pre-stuff and talk and this, and at 55, 56, they hand the envelope, and this year's Heisman Trophy winner is, and they announce who it is. And this year, oh, by the way, it's going to be Joe Burrow. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion. I did see these odds today when I got up here to the station. I had not caught them until today. I'm sure they've been posted for the entire week since they announced who was coming up to New York for the ceremony. The final four finalists are Joe Burrow, Fields, Jalen Hurts, and Chase Young of Ohio State. So you got two Ohio State guys, quarterback, defensive end. Kudos to Lincoln Riley. You know he's gotten the last two Heisman Trophy winners. He's not going to make it three in a row. It's not back-to-back-to-back. Sorry, Jalen's not winning tonight. But just to get him into the Final Four tells you that prolific offense they're running at Oklahoma. And if he doesn't end up with an NFL job this offseason, I will be shocked. But they had odds. One specific betting outlet actually is taking wagers on the Heisman Trophy. Chase Young was 33-1. Jalen Hurts was 33-1. Justin Fields was 25-1. And Joe Burrow was 1 to 300. You had to put up $300 to win $1. Now, I think I know a little something about wagering. I'm not going to call myself a professional or anything like that. But that's a bad bet. I know short things are great things, and yes, Burrow's going to win, but stranger things have happened, and you have to put up $300 to win $1. You can't even get a cup of coffee anymore for $1. Coffee's $5, which means you'd have to put up $1,500 to win a cup of coffee. No, thank you. I'm sorry. Congratulations, Joe Burrow. You're going to win the Heisman. The only intrigue is, as far as percentage of the vote, how much percentage could he get? This could be one of the most landslided Heisman Trophy votes. It could be the most landslide. We'll have to see. Because what Burrow did this year was immense, and he unquestionably won the Heisman. I think he won it today that they beat Alabama, and he outplayed Tua Tagovailoa. And what he's done the last couple of weeks has just been icing on the cake, and will widen the amount by which he's going to win the Heisman. He's going to win, but still, I'm not putting up $300 to win $1. That's kind of ludicrous. I don't get it. 855-212-4227. All right, let me get a call in here before you get a bottom of the hour update in, and then we'll continue to take your calls the rest of the hour. Scotty Miller from Bleacher Report, their national baseball columnist, will join us in hour number 2. Jack from Houston joins us here in hour number 1. Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jody, how's it going? I talked to you the other night about the Cowboys and Urban Meyer and all that.
Okay.
I live here in Houston, and basically, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I also follow the Houston Texans. And I basically think that they have a lot of parallels between each other because both teams, I think, are underachieving. Both teams, I think, have a head coach. Well, I think Bill O'Brien's a little bit more of a coach than Jason Garrett, but I still think that he's on his way out if they don't reach certain plateaus this year. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Not that, but I still think Urban Meyer is going to be the Cowboy coach next year. Lincoln Riley may be outside chance.
For a couple of things. Number one,
okay.
Texans are 8-5. The Cowboys are 6-7. So the Texans are tied for first place, as are the Cowboys. But I would say, no, the Cowboys have been more disappointing than the Texans. If you want to say they're both disappointing, yes. I wouldn't say equally disappointing, but both disappointing, okay, I'll buy into that. Texans win tomorrow. They get a game up on the Titans, plus they got the tiebreaker over the Titans. They won't be in such bad shape. So if you really want to get on the Texans' case, I'd wait till after tomorrow's game, one in which they are an underdog going to Tennessee. So,
and I believe they're in trouble in that game.
Okay. Then give me a buzz back tomorrow, and we'll put further dirt on the grave of the Texans. No, I don't think Bill O'Brien's job is in jeopardy. Now, they lose out. They lose their last 3 games, finish a disappointing 8-8, don't make the playoffs. They don't have a general manager in place. They would need to hire a new head of football operations, a general manager, a major power broker, and then if the owner is smart, he leaves the decision up to him. And you know the way that usually goes, new guy comes in, he wants to bring in his own guy. And that could be disadvantageous for Coach O'Brien. But until they decide to hire a true general manager, I don't think the owner's going to fire Bill O'Brien. Then they would be just a pretty much rudderless ship. No, I think there's more doom and gloom in Big D than there is in Houston right now. 855-212-4227 says right there. We got the phone number on the wall. I can read it. 855-212-4CBS. Hasn't changed over 5 years. One of these years I'll learn it. See, no, I know what it is. It's just I work at other radio stations. And oftentimes I'll give out the telephone number while I'm on the air for a different radio station. I wonder if people actually call when I do that. Call the radio station and say, I want to talk to Jody. Well, Jody's not on the air. No, I just listened to him. I heard. He said call 855-212-4CBS. Well, no, he's not on CBS right now. Well, sorry. I'm on CBS, so do use this number, 855-212-4CBS. More of your calls next. Bottom of the hour, CBS Sports Update time. Here's Seth Canner.
Sports Flash.
All right, Jody, this report sponsored by Geico. Great news. There's a quick way you can save money. Switch to Geico. Go to geico.com, and in 15 minutes, you could save 15% or more on car insurance. Navy stomps Army's 3-game win streak with a historic day from Malcolm Perry.
Slot back motion, Tyree King-Ill. Perry off to the left side, to the 10, to the 5, and he streaks in. Touchdown. Tosses the ball in the air and windmills with the left arm. 15 yards for Malcolm Perry for a TD, and the first 300-yard game in Army-Navy history. An exclamation point.
John Sadak, Westwood won. Mid's a convincing 31-7 win. Second of 2 Perry scores, finishing with 304 yards. College football's marquee award, the Heisman Trophy, handed out 8 Eastern New York City. The finalists, 3 quarterbacks, LSU's Joe Burrow, Justin Fields from Ohio State, Oklahoma's Jalen Hurts, with Buckeyes defensive end Chase Young. A major development in MLB's investigation into alleged Astros sign stealing. Houston reportedly confessed to swiping signals per SNY's Andy Martino, although the Stros denying cameras were installed to do so. Free agency Nationals and Braves, the finalists for free agent third baseman Josh Donaldson, according to MLB Network's John Heyman. NFL finds for Chargers wideout Mike Williams and Ravens corner Marcus Peters. Injury note, Eagles will be without Derek Barnett, Jordan Howard, and Nelson Aguilar against the Redskins. College hardwood in the second half. Number 2 Kansas blowing out UMKC 78-38. 8th-ranked Kentucky at a tight game with Georgia Tech 47-43. Earlier, top-ranked Louisville blows out Eastern Kentucky 99-67. Number 10 Oregon outlasting Michigan 71-70. The 5th-ranked Wolverines fall in overtime. Elsewhere, number 13 Memphis. They take care of number 19 Tennessee 51-47. Number 22 Seton Hall. They fall to Rutgers 68-48. NBA in the third quarter. Suns 60, Spurs 52. Hockey 3-3 Rangers and Ducks in the third period. Hurricanes lead the Flames 3-0 in the third. Tiger Woods in action in the final day of the President's Cup. I'm Seth Cantor.
This is Bill Ryder, and we're your source for everything NFL. We are CBS Sports Radio. At Quicken Loans, our 17,000 team members know that home is so much more than a house. That's because our clients tell us all the time. Hey, this is Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, and we want to help you save money on your mortgage with some of the lowest refinancing rates ever. Rates are historically low. You may be able to reduce your rate and save money on your monthly mortgage payment right now. Pay off some credit card debt or put some money towards that new bathroom or kitchen you've always wanted. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%. APR 4.18%. That's right, 3.99%. While we can't predict what will happen in the future, we do know that rates have dropped and now is the time to save money on your mortgage. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to learn how refinancing now may be the right mortgage solution for you. That's 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rates subject to change. Pay 1.375% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Family is big around here. We're family-owned, family-operated, family-managed. And that means legacy. That means dependability. That means using Grainger. With over 1.5 million products and knowledgeable product experts, Grainger has whatever we need. And with same-day pickup and next-day delivery options, they have it whenever we need it. For over 90 years, businesses like ours have trusted Grainger. Because, like family, Grainger's got our back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your home is important. That's why Geico helps make it easy to save on homeowners insurance. Because home is more than just a place. Home is where you curl up on the couch in a fetal position and cry at cheesy movies, even though you've seen them 1,000 times and have all the lines memorized.
You and me, and also you with me, and you and I.
The Geico Insurance Agency could help protect the tear-filled comfort zone you call home. Call Geico and see how easy it is to switch and save on homeowners insurance.
We try to make healthy choices, but do you ever choose the air you breathe? Now you can with a complete indoor air quality package from Wave Home Solutions. Included is the Wave Smart Ventilation Unit with computerized sensor control and app to reduce moisture, mold, odors, and insect infestation from your basement or crawl space. It also expels harmful gases such as radon, carbon monoxide, and other pollutants. Addressing the worst air in your home will transform the entire house. Add the Wave 6-stage hospital-grade air purifier, the only one with HEPA filtration, 2 UV lamps, and other processes for a 99% kill rate of a broad range of pollutants and allergens. The Wave Indoor Air Quality Package will make your home a drier, cleaner, and healthier one all year round. It's time you choose the air you breathe. Choose Wave Home Solutions. Call 888-979-WAVE. That's 888-979-WAVE. Or visit dryhousenow.com. dryhousenow.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions. With the most advanced purification technologies, call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-973-WAVE or go to wavecleanwater.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances. Without using salt, well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-973-WAVE. 1-888-973-WAVE. Or go to wavecleanwater.com. That's wavecleanwater.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Joan London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. They've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad.
I was so glad that I called A Place for Mom. My advisor really listened and was truly my partner in finding senior care for my dad. She went out of her way to get to know him as a person and was always there whenever I had a question.
The senior living advisors at A Place for Mom partner with thousands of families every month, listening and offering local knowledge and advice to help find the best senior living communities across the country. And it's a free service. Here's the number.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-469-0286.
There's a place for answers, a place for mom. Call today.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-469-0286. That's 1-800-469-0286.
The Jody Mack Show returns. Here's Jody Mack.
Saturday get-together here on CBS Sports Radio. Jody Mack hanging out for the next 3+ hours. Need your help. One of two ways. Either on the telephone lines. CBS Sports Radio toll-free line is 855-212-4227, and it's brought to you by Geico. Here's some good news for you. And during the holidays,
of West Virginia high school basketball, featuring the Martinsburg Bulldogs.
You got to give more, dog. You got to protect more. You got to help more. You got to sacrifice more in order to get this win.
Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Miller Honda of Winchester, mymillerhonda.com, the Mirius Group at Ameriprise Financial of Martinsburg, Parsons Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, your one-stop shop for all your personal and business insurance needs. Miller Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. The Berkeley County Health Department, Luttrell LC Real Estate Attorney, W. Harley Miller Systems, custom solutions for the home and office, and Carpet World, carpetworldofmartinsburg.com.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Into Thomas Dixon Court at Maddox Umps Gym. We are at Handley High School in Winchester, Virginia, where today it's the Handley Basketball Showcase, and this will be game number 4 of the day. 4 out of 5 as the host Handley will take on Huguenot to close things out later tonight. Right now, it's the Martinsburg Bulldogs getting ready to take on the Osbourn Eagles out of Manassas, Virginia. We welcome you into Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10 sports coverage of West Virginia high school boys basketball. Good matchup here this evening as Martinsburg will come in looking for their first win. They opened the season on Tuesday of this week, suffered a hard-fought 64-63 loss at Stafford, Virginia, a game in which Stafford trailed by 1 at the half, 21-20, but really took charge of the game in that third quarter. They had a 5-point lead at 40-35 going into the fourth quarter, and while Martinsburg had some opportunities, could not come up with the big play or the big bucket that they needed, and ultimately fell by 1. All in all, some good things out of that game, though, for a young Martinsburg team that played without 3 guys that will be key this season. 3 guys making the transition from the football team that won the state championship last Saturday to the basketball court. Still needed to get in their needed practices. In all, though, Martinsburg had 2 major issues, and that was turnovers and free throw shooting. Martinsburg turned it over 16 times in the loss and went just 4 of 11 from the foul line. That is 36%. That'll clearly be 2 things they've got to work on and improve coming into this one here this evening. Meanwhile, for the Osbourn Eagles, they may have some tired legs. Number one, they've played already several times this week as they got the week started on the 9th with a loss against Potomac Senior, 54-46, and then back-to-back victories. The one would occur on Wednesday night. That one came against Freedom, a win by 66-47, the score. And then just last night on the floor with a win against Garfield, 51-38. So this will be the 4th game this week and the 7th game on the season for this team, as the Eagles will come in at 3 wins, 3 losses on the year. Another reason they may be, well, a little sluggish, they just got here literally about 10 minutes ago. I was standing by the locker room that they were supposed to use and waiting, and several of the folks who are overseeing the tournament here said, you know, I don't think I've seen them come in yet. And we got word just before going on the air that their bus had just arrived, and so our start time delayed by about 10 minutes along with the length of the earlier games, and so we now have about 16 minutes before we'll get this one started. Martinsburg just now taking to the floor to begin their warm-ups, and we are waiting for Osbourn to hit the floor for their warm-ups. That is our matchup tonight, the Osbourn Eagles and the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Well, this is the pregame show. It's brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services from home and office automation to home theater, networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Phone them at 304-350-1931. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll see what else is going on around the Eastern Panhandle with our check of the area schedule. That's after this 60-second break. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Who should you call when it comes to your real estate legal needs?
This is Chris Luttrell, local real estate attorney with offices in Martinsburg and Charlestown. Let's be direct. Buying or selling your home is a matter not to be taken lightly. At my firm, Luttrell LC, we possess the experience and knowledge to represent you and ensure your most important investment is protected. Give us a call at 304-267-3050, 304-267-3050, because at Luttrell LC, your home is our business.
Floodwaters can spread E. coli bacteria. Here's Bill Kearns from the Berkeley County Health Department about what to do if your well is tested positive.
If it's just a one-time contamination, you can superchlorinate your well, which we have instructions at the health department. They could call and talk to us. You're providing an excessive amount of bleach down the well. Then you do a runoff to get that out of the system, to get the bleach through your lines, get any contamination out of there. You do a runoff of so long, and then you can have it tested again.
The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-5131.
Welcome you back to Handley High School, where the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Osbourn Eagles prepare to play in this showcase day of basketball. Time for us to see what else is going on around the Eastern Panhandle. Plenty of basketball action, including a pair of local tournaments. Hedgesville is hosting IDEA and Broadfording Christian Academy, along with the Jefferson Cougars as part of a tournament there out at the Gilbert B. Miller Center. Last night, Hedgesville defeated IDEA out of D.C. 85-24 to improve to 2-0. They're taking on Broadfording Christian today. Jefferson got the win over Broadfording yesterday, 82-72. That has the Cougars at 1-1 on the season. They take on IDEA today. Also, the Musselman-Appleman hosting a season opening tournament. The Appleman opening yesterday with an impressive 72-54 victory against Parkersburg. Today, Musselman taking on Lewis County. Spring Mills also a part of that tournament. Spring Mills will take on Parkersburg today after defeating Lewis County yesterday 47-37, and that was the season opener as well for the Spring Mills Cardinals. Meanwhile, the Washington boys 0-1 on the season, scheduled to play a game on Thursday night at Mercersburg Academy. Last I saw, that game was postponed. No makeup date at this moment. That means Washington, according to their schedule, will not be back in action until the 20th, when they will entertain St. John's out of Front Royal. That's a look at some boys action around the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Let's check out girls action. Hedgesville suffering a loss yesterday at Preston, 65-42. That has the Lady Eagles at 1-2 on the season. They are playing at East Fairmont today. Jefferson not back in action until playing at Hampshire on Monday. They suffered a loss earlier this week at home against Millbrook. That has Jefferson at 1 win, 2 losses on the season. Musselman, meanwhile, on Thursday night, picked up their first win. They're now 1-3. They defeated John Marshall 54-30, the final in that one. Musselman scheduled to play at Morgantown today. Meanwhile, the Spring Mills girls, they are hosting Buchanan Upshur today. They are 0-2 on the season, having dropped games against St. Joseph Central Catholic and Frankfort. And the Washington Patriots, they are 0-1 to start the season. They were scheduled to take on Berkeley Springs on Thursday. No score reported in that one. Washington taking on Hampshire in girls basketball today. That leads us to the showcase tournament that has Martinsburg and Osbourn getting ready to play. And we look at the earlier games today at 12 noon. Osbourn Park tipped off this tournament with a 76-50 win against Tallwood. Then at 1:30, it was Theodore Roosevelt with a win over Loudoun Valley, 77-55. In girls play at 3:30, Millbrook knocked off Heritage, 59-35. And just before our teams took the floor to begin their warm-ups, it was Heritage over Millbrook in boys action by a final of 70-55. That sets up our matchup, Martinsburg taking on Osbourn, as the Eagles just now take to the floor. And coming up when we are done, it is Handley hosting Huguenot to close out a long day, but a fun day of basketball here at Handley High School. That is our check of the area schedule. On the other side of this break, we'll hear from Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers, getting his thoughts on opening the season Tuesday night at Stafford, and looking forward to this matchup here tonight. That's as the pregame show continues, brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, online at WHMsystems.com. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Let's see here. Hey.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Cool. We also have a hospitality room.
All right, we do want to welcome you back in to the facilities here at Handley High School. It is the Maddox Umps Gym and Thomas Dixon Courts. It's Martinsburg getting ready to take on Osbourn. Just before going on the air, we had a chance to catch up with Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers and talk to him first about that season-opening 1-point loss at Stafford on Tuesday.
Well, you know, once you get all your players back, then you've got to go back and start over. Then you got to go back to making sure they know all your out-of-bounds plays. If you put in new plays they weren't last year, Gerard wasn't there last year, so he wasn't. That was a year later. So it's a reteach, start over again, and try to catch them up.
What did you see from some of your young guys on Tuesday night down at Stafford that really impressed you the way they came out and played?
Well, I thought my little point guard, Kamarion, held his own for a sophomore, and in most instances, there is a difference between sophomore and seniors with the physicality, with the mental part of the game. They've played longer, so I thought he did a good job, and I thought Luke got in there and hit some big shots for us, and I thought Jess got some big rebounds for us. So I saw some things, and Cyril is a good defensive player. So those kids are up and coming. They'll be reckoned with here in another year or so.
You mentioned those guys getting rebounds. I actually had you out rebounding them by 1 rebound, and yet they had a little more size than you. How pleased were you with that part of your game?
You know, we went back and did the film. We haven't broke everything down, but I'm kind of shocked at that because I thought a couple times they got us on the boards at big times. But you know, again, it's you're on the road. You don't have your whole roster there. You don't have some of your starters there, and yet those kids hung in there and did some good things for us.
Do you contribute some of those turnovers to that lack of having everybody together?
Well, that and it's just the first game. You're going to make mistakes in that first game that you're probably not going to make in the 10th game. And then when you add youth into that with that, it just makes a little difference.
What's the fun tonight? It's a showcase tournament. You're here at Handley High School, but you're not playing Handley. You're playing the Osbourn Eagles, who bring in a pretty good team.
Well, they do. They're very good, and we've got to be careful because I tell you, they got a couple water bugs out front that can get to the hole. Then they do a good job on the glass, and they got one kid, number 4, that can put it up once they dribble drive and he dishes. So we got to kind of stay on him tonight and not give him some free shots. But I tell you what I'm looking for tonight. I'm looking for a lot of energy. I'm looking for a lot of scrappiness and defense. Offense will take care of itself. I just want to see how we're going to really get after people, and can we do it in an organized fashion.
Dave, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
And there you hear from Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers, his thoughts heading into tonight's matchup as Martinsburg takes on Osbourn here at the Handley Basketball Showcase. We need to take another timeout. On the other side of this break, we'll break down our keys to the game. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Eric from Hagerstown Ford. I keep telling you that Hagerstown Ford has completely changed the car buying experience forever. And with a return policy easier than Walmart, Hagerstown Ford has a goal to deliver 350 cars and trucks per month. And when I say deliver, I mean deliver to you, where you are, just like Amazon does. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. The only way Hagerstown Ford can accomplish this extremely aggressive goal is to make the car buying process fast and easy. We simply refuse to play the dumb back and forth games that most dealerships want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, there is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
We welcome you back into Handley High School. Martinsburg and Osbourn preparing for a matchup here in this showcase tournament. It is time for us to break down some keys to the game, and those are brought to you by Chris Luttrell. Let Chris Luttrell hand you the keys to your new home for all of your real estate legal needs. Call Luttrell LC at 304-267-3050. Well, for Martinsburg, one of the keys is going to be acclimating in those 3 or 4 guys that did not get a chance to play in Game 1 of the season. You're talking about Anthony Smith, Teddy Marshall, Gerard Bowie, Jarvis Thurston, all coming from the football team to the basketball team. And so you've got 4 new guys that you're going to have to find a way to blend in. A key is going to be how do those guys kind of fit in, pick up the system, and see what 5 on the floor maybe works at any given time for Martinsburg. Of course, key number 2, can't have as many turnovers as they did in that opener on Tuesday. 16 turnovers, way too many. And key number 3, got to knock down free throws in this one. Just 36% from from the foul line. And they did hit 7 3-pointers, which was a key point of their game on Tuesday night. Got to try to keep hitting those as well. Keys for Osbourn. Well, you look at their scoring at 53 points a game. You're assuming they want to be a little more half court. They do have some size, a couple of 6'4s and a 6'5", and so they've got to try to control the pace in this game, as Martinsburg is going to want to get up and down the floor just as much as they can. And Osbourn, they've got to get to the rim. We heard Coach Rogers talk about it. They got a couple of guards that are very good with the ball in hand, hard to stay in front of. A key for them is going to be getting to the rim, and I'd say key number 3 is just the fatigue factor. They got to rotate some guys in and out, stay as fresh as possible as they get ready to play their 4th game this week and their 2nd game in the last 24 hours. Keys to the game, a service of Chris Luttrell. You can win every time when it comes to your real estate legal needs by calling Luttrell LC, 304-267-3050. One more 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups, get you ready for the opening tip and all the play-by-play. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Shop Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today and find over 150 new and used vehicles to choose from. From gas savers to SUVs to four-wheel drive trucks, all of the new and most of the pre-owned vehicles come standard with a lifetime powertrain warranty. Now you can drive away with peace of mind knowing your vehicles are covered for life. And the best part about it, there are no service requirements with Miller's, and it's all included to you at no extra cost. That's right, no extra charge, and you're not required to service with us. Just follow the manufacturer's recommendations, and you're covered for life. With great quality vehicles and a great price, you can't miss with Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Our courteous, experienced, and professional staff is waiting to assist you with finding the perfect vehicle that fits all of your needs. Unbeatable deals and excellent financing is right down the road. Stop in today. Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 9 and Kelly Island Road, just east of Martinsburg, or online at MillerChryslerJeep.com. Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Here we are again at Handley High School. The two teams heading back to their respective benches as we get ready for tonight's action. Time for the starting lineups. They're brought to you by D&N Auto Specialist. If your vehicle is not starting properly, start at D&N to get it fixed right the first time. They're family owned and operated since 1974. Phone 304-267-4078. Let's begin with the Martinsburg Bulldogs. They will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. They are 0-1 to start the season, led by head coach Dave Rogers, a record of 765 wins, 221 losses over a 41-year career, assisted by Bruce Fowler, Richard Moore, Chris Berg, and Darrell Smith. For the Bulldogs, Trey Sager, a 6'3 junior, starts at forward. Dorn Smith, a 6'3 junior, also starts at forward. And Telrin Villa, a 6'3 senior, starts at forward. The two guards tonight will be 6'1 junior Garrett Stobbs and 6'2 senior Teddy Marshall. So Marshall will run the point. Stobbs more of your shooting guard with Villa, Smith, and Sager as the forwards. For the Osbourn Eagles out of Manassas, Virginia, they're 3-3, winners of 2 in a row. They're led by 7th-year head coach Rocky Carter. He is assisted by Jim Watson, Jacoby Wells, Karan White, and Dana Detweiler. And we do not have their starting lineup, and as they are being introduced, they still come out with the warm-up tops on. So we'll have to wait until they remove those tops and get ready to head out on the floor to give you their starting lineup. Lineups are brought to you by D&N Auto Specialist, where honesty is their best policy. They specialize in exhaust alignments and tires. Call D&N at 304-267-4078. Matt Miller with you. Matt Crawford enjoying the weekend off. John Alderton running our TV 10 camera. Thanks to Eric Sterick, our engineer, back at the studio. Hugh Massey heads out onto the floor along with Josh Noland, Quayan Anderson. Looks like Chance Hollingsworth in that backcourt as well, and Emmanuel Carpenter-Sheffy are the starting 5 for Osbourn. In the center circle, Massey and Villa will be the 2 to tip it up. 3 officials working this one. Tip in the air, controlled by Martinsburg. Sager to the basket and lays it up and in. Nice job as that tip went right to Sager. He took it to the rim and gets the layup. 2-0 Martinsburg. Now on the other end, the Bulldogs in that man-to-man defense. Carpenter-Sheffy at the top of the key, dribbles into the lane, had it poked away. Loose ball grabbed. Anderson with a baseline left side. Floats it up too strong. Backside rebound for Stobbs. Quick outlet up the floor. Teddy Marshall on the right wing, and we have an injury. They stop play as Trey Sager apparently took a knee or an elbow to the midsection or slightly below, if you get my drift. He was laboring to get up and down the floor, and so we quickly get a substitution as Anthony Smith checks into the Martinsburg lineup. So let's see if Smith will now run the point. Nope, he'll take the inbounds, give it off to Teddy Marshall. Martinsburg sets up offensively. Doesn't look to be anything serious. Sager will hopefully be back soon. Nice drive down the lane for Teddy Marshall, and the underhand scoop shot good, and the Bulldogs take an early 4-0 lead. Kind of lulled him to sleep on that dribble, then made his move. And now a nice job for a strip and a steal. Teddy Marshall comes away with it, feeds, and that's Dorn Smith. The left of the lane, his shot a little strong, able to battle and get his own rebound. He'll give it off to Anthony Smith, driving in, his shot deflected, and coming out of there with it is Hollingsworth. Quickly up the floor, they'll work it to Massey, and the layup is good. Hugh Massey taking that pass and then driving in for the reverse layup. Osbourn is on the board, trailing 4-2. Good quick action to get it down the floor, find the open man. Marshall pulls up for three from the right wing, and it is up and it is through. Teddy Marshall has 5 early points as Martinsburg takes a 7-2 lead. Teddy Marshall's first 3 this season. Last year, knocked down 26 threes. Massey on that far side giving to Newland. And now we'll have a timeout being taken by Osbourn. Head coach Rocky Carter not pleased with what the offense is doing. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take the 30-second break as well and then return. 6:15 to play in the first. Martinsburg in front, 7-2.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Seven to 2, Martinsburg out in front, opened a 4-0 lead. Osbourn cut it to 4-2, but a 3-ball up and good for Teddy Marshall. Has that Martinsburg lead out to 5. In the front court, Nolan sending a pass on that far wing. Hollingsworth dribbles into a double team along the baseline and has to give it up. Into the lane at the foul line. Newland sending far side, stolen. Hobbs with a Euro step to the basket, puts it up and in. Nice drive, Garrett Stobbs, as he gets the steal and the bucket. 9-2. Martinsburg in front by 7. Good feed down low as Anderson got it to Carpenter Sheffy, but his shot a little too strong, and Martinsburg the other way. Lob pass in the lane, going from Marshall to Telrin Villa, and Villa tips it up and in. 11-2, that Martinsburg lead. Now on a 7-0 run since the only bucket for Osbourn. Noland out front, dribbling to his right, stops at the foul line, gives it off to Massey. Hugh Massey, left side of the floor, three-pointer rims out. Rebound tipped, and Anderson's got it. To Hollingsworth, left side 3. It wouldn't go, and the rebound's tipped, controlled by Teddy Marshall. Marshall into the front court, feeds down low, and Dorn Smith just left of the lane on the baseline, has his shot rattle in and out, no good. Got a very good look, just couldn't get that shot to stay inside the cylinder. And Anderson slowly works into the front court for the Eagles. 11-2 Martinsburg. Carpenter Sheffy on that right wing picks up his dribble. Passing to Nolan, guarded by Dorn Smith in this Bulldog man-to-man. Massey with it on the left wing, giving to Hollingsworth. Good defense by the Dogs. Massey with it in the corner, almost lost it on this left side. Able to save it to Hollingsworth. Cross-court pass far side. Anderson leaps high into the air to bring it down. Gives it off to Noland at the top of the key, and around to Carpenter Sheffy on that far side. Spin move towards the baseline. Nice job by Garrett Stobbs to cut that drive. Got some help from Telrin Villa, and the pass in the near corner for Hollingsworth. Tipped out of bounds by Anthony Smith. Substitutions, Isaiah Breeding and Sam Martinez coming in for Osbourn. The inbounds will come on the sideline in front of the Bulldog bench down to our left. Massey taking that inbound, sending to Breeding near the midcourt stripe, knocked away and stolen. Anthony Smith to the rim, and the layup good. Anthony Smith has his first 2. 3 Osbourn turnovers have all led to quick points for Martinsburg on a 9-0 run. The Dogs lead 13-2. 3:45 and counting in our opening quarter. Massey along that far side gives the nice bounce feed to the cutter in the lane, but Anderson's shot comes off the rim, rebound tipped. Anderson's got it, puts it up and in. Wayne Anderson, junior guard, getting the rebound on his own miss and puts it through. 13-4, Martinsburg in front. Teddy Marshall from the foul line stops and pops, and Marshall off to a fast start. He's got 7 of the Bulldogs' 15 points. 15-4, Martinsburg. Breeding in the front court has his pocket picked by Teddy Marshall. Marshall drives it down the lane and lays it up and in. 17-4, Martinsburg's advantage. 4 turnovers and directly leading to points, and a near turnover, and yes, it will be another turnover in the backcourt. Anthony Smith poked it away from Isaiah Breeding, and it went off the leg of Breeding and out of bounds. The Bulldogs will get in a substitution. In fact, a pair. Trey Sager has come back in, and Gerard Bowie sees his first action of the season. His first action of 2 seasons, because he did not play last year after playing as both a freshman and a sophomore. Garrett Stobbs from the left wing tries a long 3. Rebound got tipped back to him. He'll give to Dorn Smith in the corner. Smith's shot would not go, but the tip was up and in. And they say Trey Sager is the one who got that tip in. So Sager has 4 points. The Martinsburg lead is at 19-4. And we're going to get a full timeout this time for Osbourn. Let's take the 60-second break. Roughly 1 minute left in quarter number 1, and Martinsburg leads by 15.
My family, we're always on the move. Little brother is living it up.
What's up, sis?
See Mom made dinner?
I will see you there.
And my big brother, he's got his hands full. But when Mom says come home for dinner, what could possibly stand in our way? Nothing. When you're a part of a family like this, you always show up. The Honda family of SUVs, awarded Best SUV Brand for 2019.
Miller Honda, south of Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. www.mymillerhonda.com.
They're my closest friends. We've been through a lot together. Seeing our kids off to college, Kelly losing her mom, my 50th birthday. I trust them with so much. So when it came to my finances, I trusted Kelly's referral to her Ameriprise advisor. Beth gives me the comprehensive advice that helps me feel confident my financial future is secure. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Ameriprise Financial.
I give the credit to Jeremy Payne. He's running the music just to my left and playing a little country roads during the break as Martinsburg taking that country road to a 15-point lead out in front, 19-4. Staying corrected going into the break. I looked over and the clock had gone to 1 minute. That was to count down the timeout. We still have 2:20 to play here in our opening quarter. Osbourn basketball from the top of the key. 3-ball on the way, and it's up and good for Amare Freedy. Freedy just checking into the lineup and makes it 19-7 with that 3-ball. The Dogs work in the lane to Trey Sager. Tries a pass back to Anthony Smith, and it's taken away. Freedy helping with that steal. That's the first Bulldog turnover. Smith getting into the passing lane, knocking a pass out of bounds into the Bulldog bench on the near sideline. Osbourn into the front court, trying to put together back-to-back baskets for the first time in this one. Along the baseline left side, Hollingsworth taking a pass, had to circle it back out as the Bulldogs cut him off. 3-pointer from the right side, too strong for Martinez. Rebound to Sager, but the outlet down the floor for Martinsburg taken away. Back into the front court, Hollingsworth slows it down. Sends to Freedy on that right side of the floor. Left-hand dribble towards the foul line. Made some contact with Garrett Stobbs. No foul called, lost the dribble, and the two go to the floor, and we'll have a held ball. Stobbs and Freedy in the possession arrow, going to leave it with Osbourn. 1:26 left, quarter number 1, 19-7. Martinsburg out in front. After Osbourn's first bucket cut it to 4-2, Martinsburg went on a 9-0 run. After the next bucket for Osbourn, Martinsburg went on a 6-0 run. Driving into the lane from left to right, Breeding floats it up. Too strong off the back rim, Sager the rebound. Outlet up the floor, and Gerard Bowie inside the circle at the top of the key. Stops, tries to pop, but shot comes off the back of the rim. Hollingsworth the rebound, and Breeding into the front court in a traveling violation as he went down the right side of the lane. Good defense by the Bulldogs as they collapsed on that drive, cut off the lane, and Breeding took the extra step. 6 turnovers unofficially in the early going for Osbourn. Under a minute to play, quarter number 1. Telrin Villa down the right side of the lane. He gets bumped as he turns on the baseline, puts in the short jumper, count it, and there is a foul. That foul will go on Hollingsworth, his first, game's first. Villa with 4 points in this opening quarter, and his foul shot up and good. Hit the rim, the backboard, and then dropped through. Good to see that. He was just 2 for 6 from the line in the season opener on Tuesday. 22-7, that Martinsburg advantage. 42 seconds left, quarter number 1. Idris Johnson on the floor for the first time now for Osbourn. Pass in the lane, stolen. Anthony Smith ahead to Telrin Villa. Villa for the two-hand slam dunk. So Telrin Villa pushes it through. 24-7 Martinsburg, and another turnover leading to points. Dogs taking advantage of now 8 Osbourn turnovers. And in the offensive end, Amare Freedy is fouled by the Bulldogs' Telrin Villa. Freedy out top, put it on the floor with that left-hand dribble, wanted to drive the lane, and Villa with the push. First foul on him, Bulldogs' first foul. 9 seconds to play, quarter number 1. I don't know if Breeding realizes it. Passing along the near side, basketball gets knocked away. Bowie gets it ahead to Villa, and the reverse two-hand slam for Telrin Villa just before the horn sounds. And Martinsburg, after the first period of play, has a 26-7 lead. Back with your second quarter after this.
Who should you call when it comes to your real estate legal needs?
This is Chris Luttrell, local real estate attorney with offices in Martinsburg and Charlestown. Let's be direct. Buying or selling your home is a matter not to be taken lightly. At my firm, Luttrell LC, we possess the experience and knowledge to represent you and ensure your most important investment is protected. Give us a call at 304-267-3050, 304-267-3050, because at Luttrell LC, your home is our business.
Prepare for what's next or to plan ahead. We're here. Brown Funeral Home, a legacy of service since 1880.
Matt Miller with you from here at Handley High School. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Eric Sterick, our engineer, back at the studio. Very strong first quarter for Martinsburg. Telrin Villa, Teddy Marshall, both with 9 points to lead the way as the Bulldogs have a 26-7 lead. A three-pointer from Amare Freedy leading the way for Osbourn. Martinsburg basketball. Sager almost a turnover as he made a move towards the basket, but left that ball out near the top of the key where Telrin Villa picked it up. The Dogs get it back to Sager at that high post. To Marshall on the right baseline. Tries to bullet a pass in the lane intended for Sager. Out of bounds off Trey Sager. 3 Bulldog turnovers. Not a bad idea, but just not a lot of room for Teddy Marshall to try to whip that pass in there. 30 seconds have gone by here in quarter number 2. Into the front court, Anderson on the dribble. Passes to Hollingsworth on this left wing. Beyond the arc to Johnson in the left corner. Back out top to Noland. To Hollingsworth in the left corner. 3-ball up and good. Chance Hollingsworth. 6'2" senior guard for 3. 26-10, that Martinsburg lead cut to 16. Gerard Bowie on a little pick and roll, gives it off in the lane to Trey Sager. Shot came off the iron, and Anderson clears the rebound. Nice play, just couldn't get the finish. Sager with 4 points in that opening quarter. Could not get back on the scoreboard there, and now out front, a whistle and a foul. Anthony Smith a little too aggressive, coming out for some help defense, trying to get the ball away from Anderson. Dorn Smith going to check in. Telrin Villa will now get a breather. 6:49 to play in our first half. Anderson taking the inbounds in the backcourt, works into the front court, feeds down low, intended for Hollingsworth. Pass tipped away and stolen by Trey Sager. Outlet to Marshall. Back to Sager to Bowie, right wing three, left it short off the rim, and it will be grabbed by Anderson. Up the near sideline, Anderson picking up that dribble. Able to get it off to Newland from the left side. He'll try a three in the corner. Rims out, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Johnson comes away with it. Nice job by Johnson to box out Sager and then get to the rebound. And now the pass to Hollingsworth, and his three up and good from the right corner. Hollingsworth has hit a pair of threes here in this second quarter. Teddy Marshall from the right side of the lane leaves the shot short off the rim, but the rebound came right back to him. A quick feed underneath to Sager. His shot blocked from behind and out of bounds. It stays with Martinsburg. Teddy Marshall, baseline right side, giving that inbounds to Sager. Out to Bowie, back to Marshall in that right corner. Good defense. Hollingsworth almost got there for the steal. Zone defense now being applied. That 2-3 for the Eagles. Teddy Marshall from the right side. His three's on the way, and it rims out no good. And the rebound grabbed by Gerard Bowie. Bowie now with a floater from the left angle. Goes off the rim to the top of the backboard, and Massey grabs this rebound. Back the other way to Anderson. Races into the front court, crosses the lane from left to right, and then circles it out. Johnson in the left corner, passing down low for Massey, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Trey Sager. Sager picks up his first, team foul number 3, not in the act of shooting. Tel Renvilla back in as Gerard Bowie gets a rest for Martinsburg. Triggering the inbound, Hollingsworth out top to Anderson. His three off the side of the rim, but Hollingsworth clears the rebound. I got the two teams tied now in rebounds at 10 apiece. Martinsburg had gotten out to an early lead on the boards. Here's a pass near side, stolen by Teddy Marshall. Marshall drives length of the floor, and the layup is good. I've got 11 turnovers in the early going now for Osbourn, and they have been costly as the Bulldogs continue to quickly turn those turnovers into points. 28-13, that Martinsburg advantage. Good ball movement to work it to Massey in the left corner, but his three a little strong. Nice job as Johnson kept it alive. Anderson then on the drive was losing the basketball, and they call him for a travel. He wanted to shoot but couldn't quite get the grip on it, and I think that's what created that extra step. 12 turnovers in this first half for the Osbourn Eagles. Martinsburg working low post right side to Tel Renvilla. Reach-in foul on Josh Newland. His first, just the second team foul. So no shots. Martinsburg will inbound. Anthony Smith takes it in the right corner. Out to Dorn Smith and back to Anthony on this right wing. To Dorn Smith, left wing three on the way. Off the rim in the backboard, and the rebound to Hollingsworth. Dorn Smith went for 18 points, including 3 threes in Tuesday's opener. Has yet to dent the scoreboard in this one. Reach-in foul on the Bulldogs. I believe that's 2-1 Anthony Smith. That would be his second. Let's see, Smith is going to come out as Garrett Stobbs will check back into the Martinsburg lineup. So Anthony Smith sitting down with 2 fouls. Martinsburg has 4 as a team. The other fouls on Villa and Sager. Garrett Stobbs with a steal, able to take it away from Massey. A little touch pass from Sager to Tel Renvilla. Villa to the rim, lays it up and in, and there is a foul. That foul goes on Newland. It'll be his second and team foul number 3. That'll send Tel Renvilla to the line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Puts it up and through. He's got 12 first-half points coming off an 18-point effort in Tuesday's opener. 31-13 is the Martinsburg advantage. Johnson beyond the arc on that right side, picks up that dribble. Passes off to Hollingsworth between the circles. Back to Johnson on that right wing. Martinsburg really extending that man-to-man defense. Massey has to come out to take it near that midcourt stripe. Double team coming to him. Trey Sager dives, gets to the loose basketball. Able to get it off to Telrin Villa. Villa to the basket. Had it poked away, and as he tried to save it, he threw it right to Anderson. Anderson avoiding that double team at midcourt, passing ahead. Ball goes in the right corner to Newland for a three. His shot rims out, but Hollingsworth gets it from the left baseline from 15 feet away. His shot didn't go. Johnson got the rebound to Anderson in the right corner. His three off the mark. Rebound tipped, and again Osbourn controls. Newland out top with it. Floater in the lane, up and good. Josh Newland with his first two. A nice drive, and he hits that floating shot, going to the basket down the middle of the lane. 31-15, the Bulldogs with a 16-point lead. 2.5 minutes remain here in the first half. Feet down low, intended for Dorn Smith, through his hands and out of bounds. 5 Bulldog turnovers. Tough pass to handle. Good pass from Teddy Marshall. As off that dribble, he just, with the left hand, stuck it underneath the basketball. Never really stopped the dribble, but just as the ball was coming back up, then, that quick underhand pass underneath went right through the hands of Dorn Smith. 2:22 on a running second quarter clock. Martinsburg with that 16-point lead. Anderson in the front court, giving on the left side for a three ball from Freedy. It's a little too strong, and the backside rebound out of bounds. Looks like Telrin Villa may have been the last to touch it. Still got a 14-10 rebounding edge right now for Osbourn. Martinsburg leads where it counts by 16 on the scoreboard. Anwar Moeller has checked into the lineup now for the Eagles, first time tonight. Long three from out front, banked in by Chance Hollingsworth. He's got 3 threes in the ball game, all coming here in the second quarter. Under 2 minutes to play here in our first half. Fowler out there for Martinsburg. He fires a three from the left wing, left it short off the rim. Luke Fowler the other night had 5 points, including a three. Misses his first shot tonight. Austin Reed out there for the first time tonight for Martinsburg as well. Driving down the right side of the lane. That was a beautiful feed from Freedy to Moeller, and the layup good for the 6'4" junior center, Anwar Moeller. 31-20, the Martinsburg lead, and head coach Dave Rogers now needs a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take the 30-second break as well. 1:14 left in the half, and Martinsburg's lead at 11.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
Matt Miller and John Alderton with you from here at Handley High School. It's Thomas Dixon Courts at the Maddox Umps Gym. Eric Sterick, our engineer at the studio. Nearing 1 minute to play in our first half. Let's see what the Dogs do out of the timeout. They work to Garrett Stobbs, right corner three, off the mark. Anderson the rebound, and Stobbs with the foul. Garrett Stobbs a little late following his own shots, and then that little push at the end as Quayne Anderson pulled in that rebound. Still just the Bulldogs' 5th foul, just the 8th foul on the two teams combined. So the inbound, and Anderson length of the floor, passing in the lane, stolen by Stobbs. 15 turnovers in this first half unofficially for Osbourn, and Stobbs fouled from behind as he dribbled up the floor. Emmanuel Carpenter-Sheffy trying to run him down from behind, ended up tripping Garrett Stobbs. The two hit the deck. Sheffy picks up the personal, his first, team foul number 4. 50 seconds and counting. Nice feed, stops in the lane to Telrin Villa. His jumper from about 10 feet away, too strong, and a foul going after the rebound. And that foul goes on Luke Fowler. He'll pick up his first, team's 6th. So if the Bulldogs commit another foul in the final 40 seconds of the first half, Osbourn would go to the line for the first time tonight. They have yet to attempt a free throw. Noland deep on the left wing, controlling the dribble. Teddy Marshall guarding him. Now he picks up that dribble. No place to go with it until Villa gets the steal. Villa going all the way to the basket and lays it up and in. Strong move, Telrin Villa. 33-20 is the Martinsburg lead, and another turnover in the backcourts. A turnover on the inbounds for Josh Nolan. Good defense, Teddy Marshall, to help force that one. Dogs work it to Fowler, back to Marshall on this right wing, down to 8 seconds left in the half. Marshall to his left, pulls up from the foul line, jumper good. Teddy Marshall with the final bucket of our first half as Osbourn inbounds but won't even get a shot away. And the Bulldogs, after leading 26-7 after 1, have a 15-point lead going into the locker room at 35-20. We got a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back and recap the first half. We're at the intermission, and Martinsburg leads 35-20.
They're my closest friends. We've been through a lot together. Seeing our kids off to college, Kelly losing her mom, my 50th birthday. I trust them with so much. So when it came to my finances, I trusted Kelly's referral to her Ameriprise advisor. Beth gives me the comprehensive advice that helps me feel confident my financial future is secure. With the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant. Ameriprise Financial.
Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
Welcome back into Handley High School. Matt Miller with you. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. Eric Sterick, our engineer, back at the studio. At the intermission, the Bulldogs with a 15-point lead. They outscored Osbourn 26-7 in the opening quarter. The Dogs led 4-0. Osbourn got a bucket to cut it to 4-2, but then Martinsburg with 9 straight points pushed it out to a 13-2 lead. After that, an Osbourn bucket cut it to 13-4, and the Bulldogs went on a 6-0 run that made it 19-4. A 3-point bucket for Osbourn cut it to 19-7. But the Bulldogs closing out, scoring the final 7 points of quarter number 1 to lead 26-7 going into that second quarter. Osbourn with a couple of buckets cut it to 26-13, got it to within 31-15, then 31-20, an 11-point deficit. But at that point, Martinsburg getting 2 buckets to close out the half, and the Bulldogs push that lead back out to 15. Again, 35-20 at the intermission. Let's take a timeout, a 1-minute break. On the other side, see what's going on with this Handley basketball showcase, give you scores from earlier today, tell you about the final game on today's docket, and we'll check in on Martinsburg girls basketball, tell you more about the freshman schedule as well. That's when we come back. This is West Virginia high school boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Floodwaters can spread E. coli bacteria. Here's Bill Kearns from the Berkeley County Health Department about what to do if your well has tested positive.
If it's just a one-time contamination, you can superchlorinate your well, which we have instructions at the health department. They could call and talk to us. You're providing an excessive amount of bleach down the well. Then you do a runoff to get that out of the system, to get the bleach through your lines, get any contamination out there. You do a runoff of so long, and then you can have it tested again.
The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-5131.
And we welcome you back into Handley High School in Winchester, Virginia. It's the Martinsburg Bulldogs leading the Osbourn Eagles here at this basketball showcase, 35-20 at the intermission. This is game number, 5 on the day? 6 games being played in all. It got started at 12 noon. A boys matchup, Osbourn Park. They knocked off Tallwood 76-50. Then it was Theodore Roosevelt with a 77-55 win over Loudoun Valley. Then came our lone girls game of the day. It was Heritage with a victory over Millbrook. No, pardon me. I'm looking at the boys' score. Let me go back to the girls' score. It was Millbrook with a win over Heritage in girls action, 59-35. That was followed by the same 2 teams in boys play. And that's when Heritage exacted a little revenge with a 70-55 win over Millbrook. That led to our matchup, which has Martinsburg in front by 15 at the intermission. And as we wrap this one up, it'll be Handley hosting Huguenot as the judges close out the day in this showcase tournament. Let's give you our bullpup report as well. The Martinsburg JV team off today after suffering a loss in their season opener down at Stafford, Virginia on Tuesday. And the freshman team have yet to open the season, thanks to Coach Chris Berg sending me the schedule earlier today. And it will be December the 17th when Martinsburg will host Mercersburg. And then right after Christmas on the 26th and 27th, the freshman team will be at a tournament at Kaiser where they will take on Frankfurt and Southern. The varsity team looking to even their record at 1-1 as they have the lead here at the half in this one. Meanwhile, on the girls' side, still don't know what may have happened in JV girls basketball in that season opener as the Martinsburg girls lost to St. Maria Goretti. Last night they were here at this gym, also part of the showcase, and it was Martinsburg getting the win over Handley in overwhelming fashion. So the Martinsburg girls evening their record at 1 win, 1 loss on the season. Our halftime brought to you by Smallwood Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution. They're at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Phone 304-263-3361. They'll help us run the first half numbers when we come back and wrap up today's halftime. We're at the intermission, and Martinsburg leads 35-20. Back in 60.
The level of care that I got at WVU Medicine was top-notch.
If you're not progressing in healthcare, you're falling behind.
Is really an integration, looking at a clinical care network, looking at the good people who can help push the envelope and raise the bar for delivering quality healthcare product.
To have my life back is absolutely a blessing. I am beyond thankful for WVU Medicine. I absolutely 100% have my life back.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
And we wrap up our Smallwood Small halftime. Looking at the numbers from the first half, we'll begin with Martinsburg. The Bulldogs led by 14 points from Telrin Villa, including 2 for 2 from the line, 13 from Teddy Marshall, hitting 1 3-pointer. 4 points for Trey Sager and Garrett Stobbs and Anthony Smith, each added 2. The Dogs hit 1 3-pointer, went 2 for 2 from the line, committed 6 fouls, unofficially 5 turnovers, while grabbing 11 rebounds. For the Osbourn Eagles, 9 points from Chance Hollingsworth leading the way. He knocked down 3 3-pointers in that second period. Then comes a 3-pointer from Amare Freedy. That was in quarter number 1. His only points, and then 2 points apiece for Anwar Moeller, Hugh Massey, Josh Newland, and Quayne Anderson. Osbourn did not go to the charity stripe. They did hit 4 3-pointers, and while I have them with a 17-11 rebounding edge, they've also committed 17 turnovers and committed 4 fouls. Those turnovers, a key reason Martinsburg has that 15-point lead, as Martinsburg has been able to turn many of those turnovers into easy buckets. See what kind of adjustments both teams are able to make as we head into the second half. Our halftime brought to you by Smallwood Small Insurance in Martinsburg. Auto, home, life, business, disability, retirement. Smallwood Small is your total insurance solution. Give them a call at 304-263-3361. Villa, Stobbs, Dorn Smith, Sager and Marshall starting 5 back out there for Martinsburg. Hollingsworth, Newland, Anderson, Massey, and Carpenter Sheffy starting 5 back out there as well for Osbourn. Osbourn basketball as the second half gets underway, and there's another turnover. Steal for Telrin Villa. To the basket, down the right side of the lane. Layup is good. Villa's up to 16 points. Osbourn up to 18 turnovers. And the Bulldog lead up to 17, now at 37-20. Certainly, I'm sure, not the way that Coach Carter drew up starting the second half. Floater in the lane, good for Josh Newland. Worked his way into the lane from left to right. Put that one up on the run. 37-22, Martinsburg out in front. Villa with it in the right corner. He'll try a 3. Rattles off the rim in the backboard. Newland grabs the rebound. To Anderson, driving down the left side of the lane, uses the left hand for the shot. Anderson banks it in off the glass. He's got 4 points. 37-24. Martinsburg out in front. They had some troubles in that third quarter against Stafford, as they went from a 1-point halftime lead to a 5-point deficit going into the fourth quarter in that loss on Tuesday night. Step back 3 from the right side, up and good for Teddy Marshall. Second 3 of the night. He's got 16 points. 40-24 Martinsburg. Another floater down the left side of the lane, this time for Quayne Anderson. Did not go, but he was fouled. And the personal will go on Trey Sager, just his second. I believe I just heard the pronunciation. Quayne Anderson. It's Q-U-I-A-N. Our apologies. Team arriving late. Did not get a chance to talk with any of their team or coaching staff as we were getting on the air for our pregame show. Anderson's first foul shot is good. Second opportunity coming. And this one off the back rim. Sager could not control the rebound, however. Carpenter Sheffy came away with it. 40-25, Osbourn trailing, but they do have the basketball. Nolan, some pretty nifty dribbling. Gives to Sheffy at the foul line. Right-hand dribble drive down into the lane. Put up the shot over Sager. Left it short. Sager the rebound. Outlet to Marshall up the far side. Bulldog basketball with that lead still at 15. Pass to Sager. Low post left side. Taken away by Nolan. Nolan into the front court. Nice feed to Hollingsworth and the layup good. Hollingsworth worked himself open low post right side and had the easy lay-in. 40-27, that Bulldog lead at 13. Backing his way in was Teddy Marshall. Sends to Dorn Smith in the left corner. They'll work it around to Telrin Villa. His left side three is up and good. Telrin Villa with his first three of the season. He's got 19 points tonight. 43-27, that Martinsburg lead. Nolan picks up his dribble at the foul line. Gives to Sheffy, low post right side, steps through the lane, sending to Anderson in the left corner. Pass a little high off his hand and out of bounds. Unofficially 19 turnovers for Osbourn so far in this one. Martinsburg with good defensive pressure. They've turned them into points, and the Dogs have the lead. Down low, Sager had a shot blocked by Carpenter Sheffy, but got it right back and put it up and in. Trey Sager, low post left side, stayed with it, got the basket, 45-27. Martinsburg in front with 4:45 and counting in quarter number 3. Carpenter Sheffy down low, passing out into the left corner, stolen. Taking that one away, Teddy Martian, and on his drive to the basket, a foul on the floor. He got it to the rim, shot didn't go, wouldn't have counted anyway as our official was calling it off. As Josh Newland picks up foul number 3, first on the team in this second half. Sam Martinez checks in. Carpenter Sheffy goes out. Newland will stay in despite the 3 fouls. Sager at the high post, puts it on the floor with a dribble, sends to Dorn Smith, right corner 3, off the rim, no good, rebound, tipped and then up and in for Telrin Villa. Nice job, I think that was Trey Sager who kept it alive, and then it was Telrin Villa who tipped it up and in as the Bulldogs push that lead out to 20, 47-27. Massey taking a bounce speed as he cut into the lane, passes to Newland in the right corner, 3 off the mark, Villa the rebound, outlet to Marshall. Marshall passing in the lane to Dorn Smith, shot up and good with a right hand for Dorn Smith, and a 3-point opportunity. Fouled on that shot by Hugh Massey. Good to see Dorn Smith finally get a shot to go. After 18 points on Tuesday, he had gone scoreless through that first half. Garrett Stobbs checking out. Gerard Bowie coming in. Anthony Smith still at the scorer's table. Looks like he'll come in for Smith if he knocks down this free throw, and he can. It rims out, no good. Rebound controlled by Martinez, and quickly to Hollingsworth in the left corner. 3 up and good. Wow. Watch out for Chance Hollingsworth. He's hit 4 threes in this ball game, and Martinsburg turns it over in the offensive end. Newland with a nice save on the far side, and now they give it right back as a pass through the lane taken by Dorn Smith. Nobody stops him. He'll take it to the basket, and with the left hand lay it up and in. Dorn Smith will get another 3-point opportunity as the foul is on Kyan Anderson. Anderson picking up his first team foul, number 3. 51-30, the Martinsburg lead. Depending on what happens here, and the free throw short off the rim. Rebound tipped, it's controlled. Newland has it in the backcourt for Osbourn. Gerard Bowie guarding him across midcourt, and a reach-in foul on the Bulldogs, Gerard Bowie. Bowie yet to score in this one. Now has his first foul. Inbounds going to Newland in that backcourt, and waiting for him at midcourt, Gerard Bowie. Massey with it on this right wing. Left-hand dribble to the foul line. Gives it off to Freedy, cutting down the right side of the lane. Contact and a foul. I believe 2 free throws will be coming as that foul goes on Gerard Bowie. Bowie going to pick up his second. Shot did not go, but Amare Freedy will go to the line. He hit a 3 back in quarter number 1. Has not scored since. Foul shot on the way and rattles out no good. Came right off that back iron and right back towards the shooter. A little deeper knee bend. A little more arc on that one, and he might have gotten it to go. Free throw up, and this one rolls around and out, but Martinez is there to clear the rebound. Nice job for the big guy at 6'5". Now we'll have a turnover, and Martinsburg will head the other way. I believe Massey stepped out of bounds on the near sideline. I can't quite see the sideline from my seated position. So 5 third quarter turnovers, 22 in the ball game now for Osbourn. Dribble drive into the lane for Teddy Marshall, draws contact, and 2 free throws are coming as he could not get that shot to go. Took it right at the 6'5" senior Sam Martinez, who will pick up his first foul. Team foul number 4. Teddy Marshall's free throw rattles around and out. Marshall last year a 75% foul shooter, 49 of 65. His first free throw of the season comes off the iron. Checking back into the lineup, Idris Johnson. Spells Massey for Osbourn. Foul shot for Marshall, up and good. 52-30, all Martinsburg in this one. Looking to even their record at 1-1. Nolan driving into the lane. Passes to Johnson in the right corner. Dribbles out deeper on that wing and now puts it on the floor and takes it to the basket and gets that shot to go. Banked it in off the glass on the run. Back the other way. Marshall, a right corner 3. Hits off the backside of the rim. Newland grabs the rebound. 52-32, Martinsburg with the lead. 3 ball from the left wing for Freedy. Rims out no good. Anthony Smith the other way. His shot would not go, but tipping it up and in is Telrin Villa. Boy, is he having a night. 54-32. 2, 4, 6, 9 in the quarter. 23 in the ball game for Villa, coming off an 18-point effort in the season opener. Freedy losing control of the dribble as he got into the lane. Had to pass it back out to Nolan. Now spinning into the paint. He'll put it up and get it to go. Tough shot, Josh Noland, but was able to get that shot in the paint. And we'll have a 30-second timeout taken by Osbourn. We'll take the 30-second break as well. Back in 30 with Martinsburg, leading 54-34.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
Evolving what we try to do as physicians and as a health system and organization is the mission of WVU Medicine, and it's an exciting mission to be a part of.
With the knowledge and the years of practice that they've put into this institution, you know, they know a lot. They can help you, and they've helped me a lot.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
If you missed it earlier on our radio airways, West Virginia improved to 9-1. The Mountaineers with a win over Nichols, 83-57. 5 Mountaineers scored in double figures, with Derek Culver leading the way with 16. Deuce McBride and Oscar Shebue each added 15. Emmett Matthews and it was Sean McNeil who each scored 10. Well, Martinsburg basketball, and it's a lob feed to the paint, and Telrin Villa cutting down the right side of the lane, puts it up and in. Nice orchestrated play, and on the other end, a 3 ball from Freedy from the left wing comes off the iron, and a Bulldog foul going after the rebound. Fouls on Anthony Smith going over the back. It'll be his third, team's fourth in this second half, an inbound opportunity. Frady with that inbound out top gives to Isaiah Breeding, who is back in the lineup. Breeding coming off a 13-point effort last night against Garfield, but has yet to score in this one. Dribble drive to the basket. Anderson puts it up and in. Strong drive with the left hand down the left side of the lane. 56-36 Martinsburg. 40 seconds and counting in our third quarter. Teddy Marshall controls that dribble near midcourt. Dogs look like they'll hold for the final shot of the quarter. Gerard Bowie penetrates into the lane, feeds it off to Trey Sager, but there was a foul on the pass. So while Sager laid it up and in, the shot will not count. Foul goes on Isaiah Breeding, 5'10" junior guard, his first, team's fifth. And with 25.3 seconds to play in the third, Martinsburg will inbound. Telrin Villa checks out. Fowler checks in. Reed back in for Martinsburg as well. Inbounds to Gerard Bowie on this left wing. Breeding guarding him. Clock down to 17, 16, and 15. Nice screen set by Austin Reed. Skip pass to that far side of the floor now. Back to Gerard Bowie. Bowie with a little step back from about 17 feet away, rolls around the rim and out, and a nice job, Luke Fowler, sneaking down the left baseline, got the rebound and was fouled. 1.8 seconds left, and Martinsburg will have a chance for a catch and shoot as Hollingsworth picked up his second. Inbounds, it goes to Reed, shot blocked by Anderson, out of bounds, 0.6. Martinsburg still has time for a catch and shoot. Fowler with the inbounds, out top to Smith, and the horn sounds. Martinsburg will not get the shot away, and we'll head to quarter number 4 after a 60-second break with your score. Martinsburg 56, Osbourn 36.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
So Martinsburg outscores Osbourn 21-16 in quarter number 3 to push the lead out to 20 at 56-36. Fourth quarter action getting underway from here at Thomas Dixon Court at Maddox Umps Gym at Hanley High School in Winchester, Virginia. Matt Miller with you, John Alderton running our TV10 camera, Eric Sterick, our engineer, back at the studio. Matt Crawford enjoying a weekend off. Bulldog basketball. Driving into the lane, Anthony Smith layup good. Smith now has 4 points. Strong drive with the right hand. And the Bulldog lead is 58-36. Massey on that left wing, passing for Breeding, but right past him and into the backcourt, and Anthony Smith, great speed to run it down and save it on the baseline. Gets to Sager, cutting to the basket. Shot wouldn't go. Sager tips the rebound. Fowler's got it right of the lane. His 10-footer rims out, and Breeding clears this rebound. Nice opportunity, but Martinsburg could not capitalize. And now we're going to get a foul from behind. So Anthony Smith ran up the backside of Kyan Anderson. And for Smith, that'll be foul number 4. I'm sure he'll stay in until fouling out. I don't see anybody coming to the scorer's table with 7:14 left. Anderson has it out top. Gerard Bowie guarding him in this Bulldog man-to-man. Frady with it, cutting into the lane, stripped to the basketball. Smith has it, gives to Gerard Bowie off his hands and out of bounds. Martinsburg gives it right back. Oh, that was pretty two-man basketball. Gerard Bowie had forced the free ball at the other end. Anthony Smith grabbed it and then was giving it right back for the shot, but Bowie couldn't handle it. Anderson driving down the right side of the lane, shot altered by Trey Sager, who got the rebound in the front court. Bowie goes down low to Anthony Smith, shot a little short, had traffic around him as he put it up, and the rebound goes to Osbourn. Anderson in that front court, dribbling on the wing left side, near the sideline, guarded by Anthony Smith. Better than a minute and a half gone by in our fourth quarter. Host Handley and Huguenot still to go to finish this day of showcase basketball. Massey from the right corner, three ball up and good. Hugh Massey knocks it down, cuts that deficit to 58-39, and another timeout going to be taken, and it's a 30-second timeout. 30-second break. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Looks like Martinsburg will avoid the 0-2 starts to the season. John, it would have been the first 0-2 start since the 2010-2011 season. Martinsburg finished that year at 14 wins and 8 losses. 2011-12 they opened 14-0. 2012-13 they opened 11-0. After losing their season opener in the 13-14 season, the Dogs reeled off 4 straight wins. Suffered an opening loss in 14-15, but picked up a victory right after that. And then a 3-0 start, a 1-0 start, a 1-0 start. And then last year, pretty hard to top this one, 27-0 starts. Martinsburg did not lose a game last year until that heartbreaking state championship loss against University. 51-45 was the final in that one. A 27-game winning streak, a school record. Out of the Osbourn timeout, Breeding triggering the inbounds. Working that one to Carpenter Sheffy, who's back out there. Back out top to Anderson, driving into the lane, throws up a wild shot, fouled in the act, and he'll get a couple of free throws. That foul is on the Bulldogs' Jess Sutherland, who has just checked into the lineup, 6'4", sophomore center. Anderson 1 for 2 from the line. That came in the third quarter. He's got 7 points, and the foul shot rims out no good. And Osbourn struggling from the line. They didn't shoot a free throw in the first half, went 1 for 4 in that third quarter. So now just 1 for 5. Second foul shot on the way. That one's strong and a little wide right. Good box out, Austin Reed. Bulldog basketball, and Kamarian Dow into the lineup. Sophomore got the start the other night with some key players missing, making the transition from football to basketball. Dow really played well. Handling the basketball now, avoids the double team, getting to Gerard Bowie, right side 3 on the way. Short off the rim, and the rebound to Anderson. 58-39, Martinsburg with that lead. 3 ball from Anderson from straight away off the mark. Sutherland the rebound. Outlet Gerard Bowie races into the front court to Dow. Right side 3 on the way. Rattles out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Sutherland's putback didn't go, and Sutherland couldn't control it this time. Coming out of there with it was Freedy, and Martinsburg commits a foul. As Freedy was getting into the front court, the foul goes on 2-3. That's Gerard Bowie, and that'll be his third. Bulldog team foul number 7. So should be the front end of the 1-and-1 for the 6-foot junior guard. Freedy 0 for 2 from the line and make it 0 for 3. Good box out again by Sutherland. He's got the board. And Dow driving into the lane. Got his feet tangled up with a defender. The officials say incidental contact. Dow loses the ball out of bounds, and it's a Bulldog turnover. Kamari and Dow hit the deck. He expected a foul call. I think part of the no foul call is it's 58-39, and there's still another game to go with 5 minutes left in this one. Martinsburg with the advantage. Ready to improve to 1-1. Osbourn will fall to 3-4. Their modest 2-game winning streak will get snapped. Austin Reed reaching in, stealing a pass intended for Emmanuel Carpenter Sheffy along the left side of the lane. Sheffy then commits the personal. His second, team foul number 7, will go to the other end, and Austin Reed will go to the line. Reed a season ago was 0 for 3 from the charity stripe, looking for his first point of the season. See if he can get this one to go. It's up, and it's no good. Off the rim, Fowler the rebound, and as he put up the shot, a whistle and a foul. Nice job, Luke Fowler. He's had a couple of impressive rebounds. He was fouled by Emmanuel Sheffy, who picks up his third. Fowler will get 2 free throws. He was hacked in the act, as some like to say. Fowler, with his first foul shot of the year, puts it up and through. Another opportunity coming. Couple of dribbles, and that foul shot short off the rim. You could see it as it left his hand. Rebound to Hollingsworth, 59-39. Martinsburg with the advantage. 4.5 minutes remaining in this one. Freedy with a drive into the lane, kicks to Anderson in the right corner, and as he put it on the floor, we've got a foul. That will go on Cyril Ngasa. Ngasa picking up his first, team foul number 8, and that will send Kyan Anderson to the line. Clock stop, 4:24 remaining. Next up for Martinsburg, plenty of practice time. They won't play till a week from today, next Saturday. Foul shot up and good. Anderson gets one to go. Now 2 for 5 from the line. It'll be Brook Point out of the Fredericksburg, Virginia area, making their way to the field house. Get out and take in that Martinsburg home opener next Saturday with a JV game at 1 and the varsity game at 3. Second foul shot off the mark. Sutherland another rebound. 59-40, Martinsburg in command. On the far side, Ngasa giving it off to Dow, cuts into the lane, stops and pops. Nice move to come to that quick stop, let the defender go by, and then Kamarian Dow gets his first 2. 61-40, that Bulldog advantage. Good defense, Ngasa. Dow now on Hollingsworth on that far side, and we got to reach in on Kamarian Dow. His first. 9 Bulldog team fouls in the second half. 15 on the game. That's after committing 17 fouls in that loss against Stafford on Saturday. Free throw on the way. This one is good. Boy, Hollingsworth has played well. 15 points. He has knocked down 4 3-pointers. A shot from the floor, and now his first free throw. His foul shot rolls around, but drops through. 61-42, Martinsburg in front. 3:45 and counting. Dow on the wing left side, guarded by Anderson, and an illegal screen. Pretty easy call on Austin Reed. That'll be a turnover, as well as the foul, as that offensive foul gives the ball back to the Eagles. I've got 10 Bulldog turnovers compared to 24 for Osbourn, but remember 17 of those in the first half. They've settled down, handled the ball much better in the second half, maybe adjusting to that speed of Martinsburg and just getting off the bus. Anderson almost has his pocket pick, maintains the dribble, and now Freedy gets it to Johnson at the top of the key. His 3 wouldn't go. Freedy flies down the left side of the lane and grabs the rebound. He's a hustler, like what you're seeing from Amari. Freedy stripped from behind as Jess Sutherland grabs the loose ball He's got a foot on the baseline, and it will stay with the Osbourn Eagles. 3:14 left in this one. Hollingsworth to trigger it. Gives to Martinez at the top of the key. To Freedy on that left wing. Back to Hollingsworth down the right side of the lane. Takes it right at Jess Sutherland. Draws contact and a foul. Sutherland's second. Hollingsworth back to the line. Their leading scorer with 16 points. High scorer in the game is the Bulldogs' Telrin Villa, who I'm sure we will not see with the score as it is in 3 minutes and 6 seconds left as Hollingsworth puts the foul shot through. Villa's going to finish with 25 points through 3 quarters. Hollingsworth, second foul shot up, and it's good. Boy, all he does is make shots. Quick timeout just to get Jarvis Thurston on the floor for the first time. Thurston, another one of those guys making the football to basketball transition. 61-44. The Bulldogs with the lead in the ball. Thurston with it on this left wing. Nice little crossover move and takes it and banks it up and in. Nice move, Jarvis Thurston, off the left side of the lane. 63-44 Martinsburg. Anderson down low, trying to shoot it over Sutherland. Good defense by Sutherland as he altered the shot but didn't commit the foul. And back the other way, Jarvis Thurston's shot would not go, but hang on. They will count the putback, I believe, for Austin Reed. Yep, it is a goaltend as Austin Reed will get credit for that putback basket, as I believe it was Martinez who tipped it as it was coming off the backboard. 65-44, Martinsburg in front, 2.5 minutes and counting. Hollingsworth out top, guarded by Dow, works down the right side of the lane, spins to his left to put up the shot. Short off the rim, rebound tip, Martinez put back, wouldn't go. Rebound batted around and Hollingsworth grabs it again. Works down low to Martinez, fouled by Kamari and Dow. Dow, the sophomore guard, with the reach in. That's going to send Sam Martinez, the 6'5" senior, to the line. Chance to get his name in the scoring column. Has not scored tonight in earlier action. Free throw up. Oh, off the side of the iron. By the way, 10 plus Bulldog team fouls. That's why Martinez gets the 2 free throws. This is the double bonus. Cyril Ngasa checking back into the Bulldog lineup. Second foul shot comes off the mark. Sutherland, another rebound. The lead holds 65-44 for the Bulldogs. Now under 2 minutes to play. We'll have a brief post-game after this one. Austin Reed works down the left of the lane. Martinez blocks his shot. Coming out of there with it is Freedy. And a Bulldog foul on Ngasa. Cyril Ngasa picks up his second. 13 Bulldog team fouls in the second half. They are picking them up as quick as points right now. Free throw opportunity. Amare Freedy, and it rolls off no good. Wow. 12 free throws have been taken by Osbourn in this fourth quarter, and they've made 5. This free throw comes off the rim. Martinez there for the rebound. Got it out to Freedy. Shot blocked from behind by Thurston. Into the front court. Ngasa getting it off to Fowler. Right wing 3 on the way. Over near the sideline, Luke Fowler cans that 3. His second of the season. 68-44 Martinsburg, and as Johnson takes it down the left baseline and puts up the shot, a whistle and a foul. And for Martinsburg, it's going to be number 3 on Cyril Ngasa. So Johnson to the line. This young man, just a freshman, 6'1". Puts the free throw up, and it is good. He's got 3 points on the night. 1:27 left in the contest. Second foul shot, it's up, it's good. So Johnson gets them both. 68-46 Martinsburg. Anderson all over Ngasa as he brings it across the midcourt stripe. Gives it off to Jarvis Thurston. To Fowler on that right wing. And Sutherland, shuffled his feet. He caught that pass near the three-point line and couldn't make up his mind whether he wanted to do that step-back three or just try to shoot what would be about a 16-footer, and he ended up traveling. That turnover unofficially, the 12th of the game for Martinsburg. Anderson down the left of the lane, forces up a shot, it wouldn't go. Rebound to Austin Reed. Up the floor, Dow has it on that far side. Gives to Sutherland, back to Dow. And we're under a minute left in this one. All Martinsburg 68-46. The Dogs will improve to 1-1. Sutherland with it. Low post right side. Tries to work into the lane with a spin move towards the baseline. And we've got a foul. That foul will go on Anderson. A little help defense there. He'll pick up his second. Team foul number 9. Jess Sutherland to the line, and it's the front end of the 1-1. Chance for Sutherland to get on the scoreboard, and he does. Martinsburg now 2 for 4 from the line in this fourth quarter. Makes them 3 for 6. Excuse me, I stand corrected. Not 3 for 6 in the second half, as they went 1 for 4 in that third quarter, and Sutherland misses this foul shot. Give you all the stats coming up in our postgame show. Osbourn the other way. Anderson on the drive. Kicks to Hollingsworth in the right corner. To Martinez at the foul line. Out further to Freedy for the straightaway three. Off the mark, and the loose ball grabbed by Sutherland. Bulldog basketball, 20 seconds left. Feed in the lane to Austin Reed. Triple team on him to Fowler from the left corner. His three off the mark. Anderson the rebound. 11 seconds left. Anderson going coast to coast to the basket. Shot doesn't go. Rebound tipped. Freedy's got it. To Johnson, right side, 12-footer. It rims out. Rebound Sutherland. Horn sounds. Ball game over. Martinsburg gets the victory. 69-46. Martinsburg now at 1-1 on the season. Osbourn falls to 3-4. We'll tell you all about it as we come back, getting into our postgame show after this 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break, and then we return to Handley. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
It's one of the toughest times you'll ever face when someone close to you passes away. It's a swirl of papers to sign and arrangements to be made, all while you're dealing with grief. At Brown Funeral Home, we encourage you to pre-plan. Pre-planning not only makes things easier for you, it protects you from rising costs. At Brown Funeral Home, our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
Evolving what we try to do as physicians and as a health system and organization is the mission of WVU Medicine, and it's an exciting mission to be a part of.
With the knowledge and the years of practice that they've put into this institution, you know, they know a lot. They can help you, and they've helped me a lot.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Let's talk trash, because when it comes to trash, you have options. Panhandle Dumpsters is a local family-owned garbage hauling company serving both residential and commercial customers with weekly trash pickup, dumpster service, yard waste pickup, and bulk pickups too. Panhandle Dumpsters will give you a free trash can and provide curbside service for just $23 a month. Panhandle Dumpsters features a fleet of quieter, eco-friendly garbage trucks, thereby reducing the noise usually associated with pickup. Switch now and save up to 30%. Call 833-DUMP-STR, panhandledumpsters.com.
All right, we welcome you back into Handley High School. Getting into our post game, Matt Miller with you. John Alderton running our TV10 camera. We've got Eric Sterick back at the studio. We look back at the scoring of this one as we get things underway. And Martinsburg took the early 4-0 lead after an Osbourn bucket. Martinsburg scored 9 straight to lead 13-2. Again, an Osbourn bucket, and Martinsburg scored the next 6 points. They opened up a 19-4 lead and continued to push that lead out to 26-7 after quarter number 1. In that second quarter, Martinsburg hit a little bit of a rough patch, and Osbourn outscored the Bulldogs by a 13-9 margin, and that left the score at the half 35-20. Martinsburg with the 15-point lead. The Bulldogs quickly pushed that lead out in quarter number 3, outscoring Osbourn 21-16 over that next 8 minutes. Martinsburg, going into quarter number 4, had a 20-point lead at 56-36, and then in quarter number 4, Martinsburg outscores Osbourn 13-10 to go on for the 23-point victory, 69-46. Martinsburg with solid defense, forcing a bunch of turnovers, turning those into points, a key reason for the victory. Let's take a 1-minute timeout, and on the other side, we'll run some of the numbers and name our player of the game. Again, tonight's final from here at Handley, Martinsburg over Osbourn, 69-46.
Shop Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today and find over 150 new and used vehicles to choose from. From gas savers to SUVs to four-wheel drive trucks, all of the new and most of the pre-owned vehicles come standard with a lifetime powertrain warranty. Now you can drive away with peace of mind knowing your vehicles are covered for life. And the best part about it, there are no service requirements with Miller's, and it's all included to you at no extra cost. That's right, no extra charge, and you're not required to service with us. Just follow the manufacturer's recommendations, and you're covered for life. With great quality vehicles and a great price, you can't miss with Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Our courteous, experienced, and professional staff is waiting to assist you with finding the perfect vehicle that fits all of your needs. Unbeatable deals and excellent financing is right down the road. Stop in today. Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 9 and Kelly Island Road, just east of Martinsburg, or online at MillerChryslerJeep.com. Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
All right, let's take a look at the numbers from this one. Let's see, where will we begin? Let's start with the Osbourn Eagles, who fall to 3-4 with the loss. They were led by Chance Hollingsworth, the 6'2 senior, 18 points, 4 of 4 from the line, knocked down 4 3-pointers. He had an outstanding evening, the only Osbourn Eagle in double figures. It was Kyan Anderson scoring 8 points, 3 shots from the floor, but just 2 of 6 from the line. Josh Nolan had 6 points. Hugh Massey, 5 points, including a 3. Idris Johnson, the freshman, 2 points from the floor and 2 for 2 from the line. He finished with 4 points. Amare Freedy off the bench scored 3 points on a 3-pointer, but went 0 for 5 from the line. 2 points for Anwar Moeller, and Sam Martinez did not score. He went 0 for 2 from the line. So for Osbourn, they hit 6 threes, went 8 of 19 from the foul line. That's 42%. They commit 13 fouls, 24 turnovers, and grab 35 rebounds. for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. 2 players going in double figures as Telrin Villa led the way, 25 points, including 2 for 2 from the line and hitting a 3-pointer. Teddy Marshall, 17 points, 1 of 2 from the line. He hit a pair of threes. Rounding out the Bulldogs scoring, Kamari and Dow had 2 points, Trey Sager 6. Dorn Smith 4, was 0 for 2 from the line. Garrett Stobbs 2 points, 4 points for Anthony Smith. Jess Sutherland a point, going 1 of 2 from the line, 2 for Jarvis Thurston. Luke Fowler hit a 3 and went 1 of 2 from the line. He had 4 points, and Austin Reed had 2 points, hitting a shot from the floor. He was 0 of 1 from the line. So Martinsburg hit 4 threes. Hey, I said they had to be better at the foul line, right? I said that in the pregame show. Tuesday, they were 4 of 11. Today, 5 of 11. 45%, so still a little bit better in the win. Martinsburg, again, 4 threes, 5 of 11 from the line. They hit, they committed, 20 fouls, 12 turnovers, and grabbed 33 rebounds. That is a look at the numbers, and John and I are in agreement, no doubt about it. Telrin Villa, our player of the game, an outstanding effort for him. By the way, he scored those 25 points in 3 quarters, didn't play much in that 4th quarter. All right, one final 1-minute timeout. When we come back, a look ahead to what is next for both of these teams and our next broadcast as we wrap up today's high school boys basketball coverage. Again, your final, Martinsburg over Osbourn, 69-46.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
My family, we're always on the move. Little brother is living it up.
What's up, sis?
See Mom made dinner?
I will see you there.
And my big brother, he's got his hands full. But when Mom says come home for dinner, what could possibly stand in our way? Nothing. When you're part of a family like this, you always show up. The Honda family of SUVs, awarded Best SUV Brand for 2019.
Miller Honda, south of Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. www.mymillerhonda.com.
Back one final time here at Thomas Dixon Court at Maddox Umps Gym. One more game left in this Handley basketball showcase. It's the host Handley as they get ready to take on Huguenot High School. That game about 13 minutes away from getting started. As we put the finishing touches on our postgame show, we look ahead to what is next for both teams. And up next for Osbourn, no rest for the weary. They will play on the 17th. That is very quickly into next week. And they will be at home against Madison. Then on the 20th, they will hit the road to face Stonewall Jackson High School in Manassas. After the Christmas break, right back at it in a tournament, 26th, 27th, and 28th. Again, no rest for the weary for a team that just played their 4th game of the week tonight and their 2nd game of a back-to-back and got here just barely before the teams were supposed to take the floor for the warm-ups. That late start certainly affected them, I think, early on in this one as Martinsburg raced out to that early lead. Next up for the Bulldogs, well, they got plenty of time to practice, get a little better, work on that continuity with the guys added from the football team, as Martinsburg will not play until next Saturday. And they will have their home opener. It is Brook Point making their way to the Panhandle from the Fredericksburg, Virginia area. A game you want to come out and see. Check out this Martinsburg team in action in their first game at home. Note the game times. JV is at 1, and the varsity game is scheduled to tip at 3. We'll be there to bring you the action. If you can't make it to the gym, our pregame right around 2:40. Well, a special thanks to all of our sponsors supporting our coverage of high school boys basketball. We thank you for joining us at each of our broadcast entities. Thanks to the head coaches for providing information for our broadcast. And thanks to Reed Prosser, Athletic Director, and thanks to Jeremy Payne and all the folks here in the press box for all of their help and support and hospitality, getting us set up for the broadcast. Once again, Eric Sterick is our engineer, John Alderton, our cameraman, and I'm Matt Miller, reminding you our final score. It is Martinsburg 69 and Osbourn 46. Until next Saturday, so long, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball featuring the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Today's game has been brought to you by
Miller Honda of Winchester, MyMillerHonda.com, the Marius Group at Ameriprise Financial of Martinsburg, Parsons Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, your one-stop shop for all your personal and business insurance needs. Miller Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. The Berkeley County Health Department, Luttrell LC Real Estate Attorney, W. Harley Miller Systems, custom solutions for the home and office, and Carpet World, CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.